In the battleground of nature, many animals have evolved mechanisms to both eat and avoid being eaten. This includes the production of chemical toxins, which may be used to incapacitate prey and make it easier to catch and eat, or to defend themselves from would-be predators. There is an important distinction between animals who are poisonous and those who are venomous. Poisonous creatures merely secrete these toxins, whereas venomous animals deliver their venom directly using specialized body parts. This may be through a bite, a sting, or ankle spurs. So today, I'm going to tell you about the 10 most venomous animals in the world. 1. Box jellyfish. The box jellyfish is the most venomous animal in the world. Death can occur minutes after being stung. There are 51 species of box jellyfish, and 4, Chironix fleckeri, Carukia barnesi, Malo kingi, and Chironix yamaguchii, are highly venomous. Since 1883, when box jellyfish deaths first started being recorded, the box-shaped, gelatinous carnivores have claimed hundreds of human lives. In the Philippines alone, approximately 20 people a year pass away from sting complications. Box jellyfish bodies are about 8 inches long, and their tentacles reach 10 feet. Most individuals have 15 tentacles per corner, and each tentacle sports about 500,000 venom injectors. In other words, a single box jellyfish has about 30 million venomous stingers. Thankfully, the overwhelming majority of jellyfish stings are mild. But every so often, individuals deploy full loads, and the unlucky victims can pass away within minutes. 2. Inland taipan. One bite from an inland taipan snake has enough venom to kill 100 adult people. By volume, it's the most venomous animal in the world to humans. Called Dandorabia by Aboriginal Australians, these 6 to 8 feet long serum slayers are fast, accurate, and release a little venom with every bite. But, inland taipan snakes are timid and reclusive, and do everything in their power to steer clear of us. They're so avoidant of people, that scientists could not find enough to conduct studies between 1882, when first discovered, and 1972. Plus, inland taipans are nocturnal and rarely come out during the day. 3. Maricopa Harvester Ant. There are 26 species of harvester ants, many of which are harmless and frequently used in ant farms. But the Paganomermex maricopa, the Maricopa harvester ant, is widely considered the most venomous insect on Earth. Maricopa's stings are 20 times more toxic than honeybee venom, and 35 times more toxic than western diamondback rattlesnakes. If a colony of Maricopa harvester ants targets a human, the insects can, technically, kill the person with several hundred bites. Typically, though, victims can escape before that happens. Regardless, many people suffer through considerable pain that lingers for 2 to 8 hours after an attack. Maricopa harvester ants only live 1 to 3 months. They reside in Arizona, California, Colorado, New Mexico, Nevada, Texas, and Utah, in addition to the Mexican states of Baja California, Chihuahua, Sinaloa, and Sonora. While Maricopa numbers are currently healthy, myrmecologists, people who study ants, warn that populations are declining. Red fire ants and Argentine ants, both invasive species, are encroaching on Maricopa territory, and the competition for food is growing fierce. 4. Stonefish. There are 5 species of Sinanceas, commonly called stonefish, and you don't want to encounter any of them at the beach. Their venom-filled dorsal fins sting faster than you can say ouch. And ouch you will be saying, if you're stung. Not only are stonefish stings extremely painful, but they can also kill if not treated. Stonefish swish through the Indian and Pacific Oceans, and occasionally hang out on the east coast of Africa, Australia's north coast, and some islands in the South Pacific. Beaches in stonefish regions often have vinegar stations, because the common household item significantly reduces Sinancea stings on contact. Area hospitals and medical clinics are typically stocked with anti-venom as well. Since scientists developed an effective anti-venom for stonefish stings, there haven't been any reported deaths. In fact, the last Sinancea-related fatality occurred in 1915. 5. Cone snail. Plentiful in Indo-Pacific waters, cone snails are the most unassuming venomous animals in the world. These mollusks may be the aquatic world's couch potatoes, but they're lethal. Cone snails come in 900 species, and their taxonomy has been in a state of flux for about a decade. But what scientists can agree on is that cone snails rank among the more venomous marine animals alive today. Small cone snails aren't dangerous to humans, but larger ones, which grow to nearly 10 inches, can be. Attacks can cause challenging symptoms, because cone snail stingers are like hypodermic needles that deliver poisonous serum with precision. 6. Mexican beaded lizard. Darting around the woodlands of Mexico and Guatemala are thousands of Mexican beaded lizards. They weigh about 800 grams and have pink forked tongues, which they use to smell. They're also the most venomous lizards to humans. But lizards, in general, don't pose much of a threat to people. And even though Mexican beaded lizards pack the most potent venom of any lizard species, only a handful of folks throughout history have succumbed to their bites. Mexican beaded lizards carry poisonous serum in lower jaw glands. When the reptile strikes, it chews on victims to ensure a subcutaneous puncture. But the good news is that Mexican beaded lizards don't attack humans often, and when they do, death is infrequent. Despite their reluctance to strike and kill humans, people have vilified Mexican beaded lizards for centuries. According to lore, the leathery bounders have the power to make women mascari with just a glance, and cause lightning strikes with their tails. Moreover, and wrongly, many folks think Mexican beaded lizards carry more venom than a rattlesnake. Unfortunately, all these myths and misconceptions are decimating their populations, because people believe the tall tales and shoot them on sight. Another problem contributing to their downfall is their status as a hot commodity on the illegal pet market. The good news is that despite being categorized as a species of least concern on the IUCN's Red List, both Mexico and Guatemala have enacted laws to protect Mexican beaded lizards. 7. Platypus. The platypus, commonly called the duck-billed platypus, is the most venomous mammal to humans. That said, they don't present a significant threat to people. Like lizards, few mammals can cause severe damage, by venom injection, to Homo sapiens. Male platypuses deploy venom from spurs in their legs. The dose is enough to kill dogs and cats, but not us. That said, a platypus bite is nothing to sneeze at. They hurt and can cause temporary incapacitation, not to mention long-term pain sensitivity. The semi-aquatic, egg-laying mammals live in eastern Australia, and today's scientists value them as an evolutionary link to the far distant past. But the research community wasn't always keen on the duck-billed swimmers. When European naturalists first observed a platypus corpse, they dismissed it as fake news, insisting the hoax sample was Frankenstein from various creatures. 8. Hooded Pitohui. While rare, there are a few varieties of venomous birds, and they are not creatures to scoff at. The most venomous bird, the hooded Pitohui, contains a neurotoxin called homobatrachatoxin in its skin and feathers, which it gets from eating the poisonous corycine beetle. If jabbed or scratched by its bill, the venom of this bird will cause numbness, and can even lead to paralysis and death. The attractive bird, which has a brick red belly and black head, was discovered to be poisonous in 1989, when a man caught one in New Guinea. Upon removing the bird from the net, it gave him a bad bite on the finger, and after sucking his own blood, his finger and mouth went numb. The hooded Pitohui is monotypic, lacking any subspecies. Birds in the southeast of New Guinea are sometimes separated into a proposed subspecies, P.d. monticola, but the differences are very slight and the supposed subspecies are generally regarded as inseparable. 9. Funnel web spider. Two species in the family Atracidae, Sydney funnel web spiders and tree-dwelling funnel web spiders, rank among the most venomous arachnids in the world. Their bites can be fatal if left untreated, and they frequently collide with humans, making them our pick for the most venomous spider. Both species are medium-sized and native to Australia. Female nibbles are harmless to humans, but male bites can incapacitate victims. Without treatment, they can even prove fatal. When threatened, venomous funnel webs stand up on their hind legs and flash their fangs. If the threat doesn't subside, they will bite targets up to 28 times, and symptoms typically show within an hour. The initial injection can be excruciating and trigger involuntary twitching and disorientation. Unfortunately, venomous funnel web spiders frequently collide with people. Thankfully, scientists have developed a highly effective, life-saving anti-venom that's saved thousands of lives over several decades. Interestingly, funnel web spiders affect humans and primates, but not other mammals. These crawling assassins with glossy exteriors come in blue-black, all black, brown, and dark purple. They're usually 0.5 to 2 inches long, and females are larger than males. However, in 2016, scientists at the Australian Reptile Park Welcomed a male funnel web spider with a 4-inch leg span, the largest specimen ever reported. 10. Slow loris. Deceptively cute, the slow loris is the only venomous primate that we've discovered so far. Fascinatingly, its venom is activated by combining an oil secreted by the brachial gland on the upper arm with its saliva. It licks the gland, and then either rubs the activated venom into its fur, as a chemical defense, or deploys it in a bite. Scientists believe its primary function is to ward off parasites that would otherwise want to make a home in its fur, but that it may also be used to protect against predators, and even as a weapon in fights against other lorises in the breeding season. Sadly, the slow loris's toxicity leads to particular ill treatment in the illegal pet trade, as animal dealers will often pull out the animal's front teeth to hide the fact that it has a painful, venomous bite. So, these are the most venomous animals to humans. Stay away from these animals and be careful.